We're back with the Future English News here. The World Food Day is taking place tomorrow. It's October 16th, and the world has an enormous food waste problem. Now, about 1/3 of the world's food produced for human consumption, approximately 1.3 billion tons, worth almost $1 trillion, is lost or wasted every year, according to the UN's Food and Agricultural Agency. It is thrown away, landfilled, incinerated, allowed to rot, or plowed under. Now, this crisis has both environmental and social implications, and this waste is occurring while 1 in 8 people go to bed hungry every single night. In recent years worldwide, there have been growing movements to save edible products from going to waste and redistribute them to people in need. And in the MENA region, Lebanon particularly, the organization FoodBlessed is leading the way in that direction. The community-based food rescue program provides an effective and efficient solution to hunger while addressing the serious and growing problems of food waste in Lebanon. And with us today to answer more questions and tell us about the implications of food waste is Vice President and Hunger Hero at FoodBlessed, Salman. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
So we've had the CEO, I should say, and the founder of FoodBlessed, Maya Tero, tell us a little bit about it. But can you remind our viewers what it is exactly that you do?
Of course. So FoodBlessed tackles hunger in Lebanon and in the region, and we spread at the same time awareness about food waste and food rescue. And actually, our volunteers prepare meals on a daily basis. These are free meals, and they give them to the hungry or to the low-income population. And by diverting the food waste that goes to waste, basically, into healthy and delicious meals. And the way we do that is we intercept food that is unwanted from different partners like restaurants or, let's say, supermarkets or farms or catering agencies, and we transform it into delicious meals.
You know, are restaurants willing to help? Are restaurants, have you found from your experience that restaurants are willing to come on board and help out, or how did it work in Lebanon specifically?
Of course. Yes, of course. So some of them do want to help and do want to work with us. Some others don't, because maybe they have restrictions on the surplus food that they have or the leftovers that they have, and so that we don't use in our soup kitchens. But we had few partners who would donate their leftovers, or this is still edible food that gets donated to us.
Do you want to name those partners, or you'd rather not?
Well, Za'atar Zait is one of the partners.
Okay. Go Za'atar and Zait.
Yes.
Okay, how much food do the Lebanese actually waste? Do we have a figure here?
Ridiculously a lot, like tons of food, millions and tons of food get waste. That they don't. This is food that gets not consumed on a daily basis, and it's actually, as you said, it goes into landfills. It's incinerated. It's thrown away. It's left to rot, and it has direct implications on our environment, on our society, morally, environmentally, socially. So if you consider the amount of chemicals and waste and fertilizers that go into transporting and selling this food, you would check the impact of, you would know the impact of it environmentally.
You know,
plus, plus it goes into landfills, and you know, once it's there, it decays into methane, which is a greenhouse gas, which is very bad for the environment.
You know, there's been a lot of environmental issues in recent years, especially now with the food, not with the food, excuse me, with the waste management crisis piling up on the streets of Beirut and different cities in Lebanon. And you know, whenever we talk to people in different environmental agencies and even some of the ministries, they say everything starts at home and everybody can do their little bit. So how can the viewers back at home help this unique cause that you're leading?
Okay, so they can help really right away, either by donating food, donating money, or donating their time.
But where do they go?
Of course, they could visit our website or Facebook page. We're very responsive on our Facebook page. And even if they can't donate their time, basically by volunteering, they can really follow 6 steps that would help them cut food waste, and they would be, you know, saving the planet and protecting their pockets at the same time. So I'm going to share with you these 6 tips.
Yes, go ahead.
So the first step is, you know, you plan your meals ahead, portion your food. So have a grocery list so that when you go and shop, you would know exactly what you're buying because you planned it ahead. So basically, you would be buying food that you need And this way you'd be avoiding food waste. The second thing is don't shop while you're hungry. We do that a lot.
I'm guilty of that.
Yes, we do that a lot. And
start eating in a supermarket, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you end up impulse buying, and this food gets like mostly thrown out. So there's a rule to this. Cut out a third rule. Basically, when you finish your shopping, look at your shopping cart and literally cut out a third of that food, because you might want it, but you don't need it. The third tip is don't buy into bargains. So sometimes you'll get buy one, get two free, buy one, get one free items, which is not necessarily good for you, especially if you're living alone, because you wouldn't be needing this much food, and you would end up overbuying at the end of the day. And if you are a large family, sometimes also you get bored from eating the same food all over again. So don't buy into bargains. The fourth tip is love your leftovers. So if you have veggies,
oh my God,
yeah, if you have veggies,
love
you have meat,
your leftovers.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily take hours of work to prepare. You can turn it into whole meals by incorporating it with carbs, pasta, wrapping it up in a tortilla or anything. So this is one of the tips. The fifth tip is store your food properly. So make sure that the temperature of your fridge is set at the right time, and because it has a direct impact on preserving your food. So store it properly and freeze it. And the last tip is donate it. You can donate it to FoodBlessed by also visiting our Facebook page or visiting our website or calling us.
The website is www.foodblessed.org.
Or you can also call us on 03040-989.
Okay, repeat that one more time.
03040-989.
All right. So for more information, you can log on to www.foodblessed.org to see how you can donate and always be conscientious of what you buy and how much food is being wasted. Thank you so much, Diana, for being here and talking about this worthwhile cause.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And on that note, we'll end our bulletin for today, and I will remind you of today's headlines.